great weekend. That was great. Thought we played well.
Moving, just kind of looking back a little bit at the Notre Dame game itself, what did you kind of tell your team after that game, and how did you, when you go back and looked at film study, what did you like, and maybe what's one thing you still want to get better at after that game?
Well, I like pretty much everything. That team is the best team in our sport right now. They're proven they've been together, they've won a national championship together, and we're not quite experienced enough to close out the #1 ranked team. And so we've got to get better, just more fine-tuned, being a little bit more just experienced in those situations to where we execute a little bit better on both ends of the floor, you know. But our effort was phenomenal. I loved how we played most of that game until, you know, the very end, where they took control and imposed their will. It's what they do, though.
Statistically, just about everything looks good. Is there anything that bothers you that you've seen you know, what you're doing at all so far? I mean,
just want to get better at everything. You know, we want to get a little bit better at everything. I always look at defensive field goal percentage.
That was one
making them miss. Yeah, our numbers are good though, but I always want more. You know, I think we absolutely need to do a better job on the boards. I mean, that's if anything right now, that's in my opinion, our #1 weakness. We have not been as dominant as I feel like we should be on that end. Of course, as we get more experienced, I think turnovers will go down. You know, but overall, I think this team's, for who we are right now, breaking in a new 5 and a new 1. I feel like we're performing at a pretty high level at this point of the year.
Closing out games, is that? I mean, that's another area where you just need to fourth quarter. Well, actually, Katie told me it's the third quarter that's been your problem, I guess.
Well, the third energy out of the third energy had been out of the third quarter. You know, if you look at our numbers, that's where our point differential is the smallest. You know, and so that's what I challenged them with. If you look at the Notre Dame game, you know, clearly it was closing. You know, we're tied with 3 minutes to go, and you know we didn't get a stop for 6 possessions. You know, they scored on 7 of 8 to finish the game. You know, obviously that can't happen, but that's what great teams do. You know, and so we are working to make sure that's us doing that instead of our opponents.
You mentioned breaking in a 5 with Andrea set to redshirt. How have you kind of seen how have you been pleased with how the young centers, forwards have started to adjust, and what are you still looking for out of that position?
Well, I mean, they're just going to get better and better as we go. You know, the effort is there, the desire is there. It's just we're lacking experience, you know, in that position. And so I've been really pleased with our juniors. Janessa and Maddie have both given us great minutes. It's fun for me to see their growth because, you know, they've paid their dues here for a couple of years and now they're getting their opportunity. Trish is a freshman, it's really coming along. You know, it's like learning a new language for her, you know, which is painful to watch at times, but also really encouraging because, you know, she's tough and wants to get better every day. And then Jo, you know, has given us some great minutes, you know, and we've seen a constant progression in her game from last year really against Tennessee, where she kind of had a breakout stretch, I thought, you know, to finding her niche with us. And certainly we want her to be more of an offensive threat in a go score mode where it's a one-on-one scenario. She's done a great job finishing when our guards have created for her, you know, and her defense is getting better and better as she's just getting more comfortable on the floor, you know. So that's just it's a work in progress is what it is, you know, and that will continue. And so I'm learning every game as well on what direction to take them and our team.
Your shooting has just been really, really good, but it's not even as good as it was last year. Somebody told me, because I mentioned it was better even last year. The numbers
I think we're 4-11 right now. We 4-1-1. I think we're shooting slightly better.
41% from threes.
Yeah, we were 4-0-4 on the season last year.
I mean, is that something you can count on game in and game out, you feel like?
Well, I mean, it's been proven, you know, to be something that we can count on. I don't want to fall in love with it. It can't be the only thing we do, that's for sure. You know, and so this program's always been built on an inside-out attack, and whether inside is attacking off the dribble or a post catch, you know, that creates great looks from the perimeter. And when you have a team that is unselfish and a team that passes as well as this one, you're going to get great looks. And this team has so many great three-point shooters on it that, you know, that is a huge weapon that we have, and our spacing, I think, adds to that. So I think we're difficult to guard out there. Now, what I've loved this year's team is attacking the basket as well as any team that I've had from all 4 perimeter positions, and so that's making us difficult to cover.
You've had Destiny now for 6 games. She just looks like she opens up so many possibilities in offense for you. Is that kind of what you're finding, or you maybe already knew that?
Well, we've never had a breakdown guard like her. I mean, she's the first one that is so quick off the dribble and can create a double team so easily. We've had bigger guards. We've always been a really good shooting team. We just have not had that, and so she does give us a new dimension. Whether it's in the open court in transition, which she is able to push the ball at a speed that we haven't seen, or the quarter court, and so she gets to the rim so fast. So that's a constant threat. So I think for Destiny, it's just learning to pick her spots and just run our team. Has been her hurdle. Her ability to create off the bounce is no secret.
Yeah. Do you look at the non-league play maybe in November and then December? Do you break it up at all, or are you just game-to-game guy? And as far as what you want to get done, I mean, because now you got December. It looks like more challenges in December.
Yeah, we've got more coming for sure. I'd have to say game to game because each game's different and we're constantly evolving. So it's like, where do we need to go now? And this is what just happened. How can we get a little bit better for the next game? And so that's the fun of it, that constant evolution. And so we compartmentalize a little bit, and we'll look back on our November schedule. Let's see what we can do in December, and let's see, then this is the first part of the season, and you've got the regular season and the Pac-12 tournament, then the postseason. And so the season to me has 4 parts, and the non-conference is all one.
So then December, then the emphasis, well, not emphasis, but I mean, one of the things will be rebounding. That will be a big thing you're looking to see evolve in December.
It is.
And do you play teams that you think are they the kind of teams that will challenge you on rebounding? I mean, certain teams obviously are better at that than others. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we've passed some tests. I mean, St. Mary's is always a team that challenges you. I have not gotten into detail on our future opponents, to be honest. I know LaSalle's coming Saturday. I know we've got Santa Clara after that, and I like the size on that team. They're playing good basketball. Then A&M, is going to be imposing on the boards, and Duke's looming out there as well. And so we've got some more great tests that are going to help us get better.